Hi folks, Tom Koch here with the latest coronavirus update from Quincy's view, of course. We are now at 9 cases in Quincy. 7 of the cases are traced back to the Biogen convention that was held in Boston. 2 are not. The health officials are trying to determine where those emanated from, and they do a protocol follow-up on those. City Hall and city offices are closed, as we said yesterday. We are open for business by phone and by internet. Please, if you have any questions, give us a call in any of the departments. City business is ongoing. We continue to respond to calls, obviously. All departments are operating at some level, so services are continuing to be provided. Congressman Lynch stopped by today. We spoke a little bit about the federal response and how that will help the city of Quincy and, of course, the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. I spoke with Lieutenant Governor Polito today, and the Department of Public Health has awarded the City of Quincy Health Department with a $100,000 grant towards some of the expenses that we are incurring during this crisis. We're grateful for that. The Governor, Lieutenant Governor, and certainly the Congressman. We met with a number of medical providers again today to compare notes, see how we're doing. I have spoken with Foxrock, the developer of the Whitwell Street Quincy Medical Site, to see the possibility, if need be, could that building go into play? If not the building, perhaps the site with a mobile testing site with tents and so forth. There's a lot happening, folks. We continue to evolve hour by hour, and we are preparing as best we can as a city. I've asked the City Council to meet before the end of the week, requesting of the City Council to appropriate about $500,000 from the snow and ice account. Thankfully, we had an easy winter. We have some money available there that's going to be put into an emergency fund so we can continue to work this issue. We're going to be buying personal protection gear and equipment for our first responders out of that money, and that may help us with other logistics that are unforeseen today, but again, by the hour it does change. Additionally, I've asked the Affordable Housing Trust Fund Committee to get together this week. I'm asking them to put aside $1 million from the Affordable Housing Trust Fund. We are in the process now of setting up the criteria to have a rental assistance program, particularly for those folks that work in the hospitality business. I mean, think about it, folks. Restaurants being closed, waiters and waitresses, dishwashers out of work. They live paycheck to paycheck. So we're working with Tim Cahill in the Chamber of Commerce and now working on the criteria how we'll disperse that. We are following the governor's executive order that these meetings are put 48-hour public notice, but we don't have to meet in person. We can do it by telephone, and that'll be happening this week. So we're trying to meet the needs as we go along. The grab and lunch program in the schools is going well. We encourage people to use that. Snug Harbor, Lincoln Hancock, North Quincy High, and Quincy High School during the week, 11 to noon time. If you have any questions on anything, feel free to call our office, 617-376-1990. I want to thank Ruth Jones, the Commissioner of Public Health, her staff, our first responders, and the medical community. In talking to the doctors and nurses and what they're up against is very challenging. We appreciate their efforts. They have families as well. They're taking a lot of time for their families to respond to this crisis. So we'll get through it. Please be smart, wash your hands, try to stay away from big groups. We will get through this as a community. Thanks for tuning in. We'll stay in touch. God bless.